This has been the first time that we have presented clinical data for the Debio 0123 program, which is a WEE-1 inhibitor, highly selective WEE-1 inhibitor. Hi, I am Esteban Rodrigo Imedio. I'm Executive Medical Director at Debio and the medical lead of the Debio 0123 program, taking care as well as a medical director of the Debio 0123-101 study. The Debio 0123-101 study data was presented at ASCO 2023. This has been the first clinical data presented for the Debio 0123 program, and it has had a huge impact in the scientific community. What it is really important of what we presented at ASCO 2023 this year was the data about the dose escalation for the combination between the Debio 0123 and carboplatin. Because of the data that we presented, it was selected not only as a poster but as well for a poster discussion session where it was discussed from different KOLs and in the scientific community. So the patient population for this study was patients with solid tumors that failed to prior therapies, including at least one prior platinum-based chemotherapy. When we combine with the Debio 0123 carboplatin, in this population, we are expecting, and the objective is to prove that we can reverse the resistance that has appeared to the prior platinum-based chemotherapy. In addition, once we will move into the expansion, we are planning to have a patient population in a more homogeneous tumor type in a gynecological indication in order to try to get stronger signals of anti-tumor activity. The Debio 0123-101 study, it's a dose escalation, phase 1 dose escalation study. Initially, we started with a schedule of treatment, giving the Debio 0123 on day 1, day 2, day 3, in combination with carboplatin on a 21-day cycle. Due to the good signals of anti-tumor activity and as well about the good safety profile that we have observed, we decided to open a new new cohort with a more intense treatment, which is giving the Debio 0123 on day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 8, day 9, day 10, again in combination with carboplatin in a 21-day cycle. Currently, this is ongoing. This part of the schedule B, it's ongoing and in the dose escalation. And once we will finish this, we will decide the recommended dose and the schedule to move forward into an expansion cohort in a more homogeneous population that we expect to have even better signals of anti-tumor activity. We started this study, and through several amendments, we were adding in an adaptive way new things to explore within this study. So, including testing 2 different schedules, but as well testing pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, anti-tumor activity, and of course, we have included sub-studies in the arm B, in the new schedule, in order to test what is the effect of the food and the high gastric pH in the absorption of the Debio 0123. This will help a lot in order to further development to make the studies in the future much easier for the patients, as they will be able, for example, to take food prior to the Debio 0123 intake. The findings from this study that we presented at ASCO 2023 are telling us what is the dose that it is safe and efficacious in the arm A that we are testing, and we have seen really good signals of anti-tumor activity at this dose level. In addition to that, we have seen a really good safety profile with a low rate of hematological toxicity and very low rate as well of the gastrointestinal toxicities. That when we look at other WEE-1 inhibitors in development, they are having more issues and concerns with these toxicities. The clinical development plan of the Debio 0123 currently have 4 studies ongoing. The study that we presented at ASCO, the Debio 0123-101, is still ongoing on the dose escalation, as we are testing a new schedule that it is more intense treatment in order to try to have more signals of anti-tumor activity and to select the correct dose for moving into the expansion cohort. Other studies ongoing, we have a study as a single agent, as monotherapy, that it is currently in dose escalation, and other 2 studies, one in small cell lung cancer and one in glioblastoma. The point as well from this study and from the monotherapy study is that we are planning to have expansion cohorts in other indications, such as gynecological indications, that we believe we can have a huge impact for the patients and getting benefit from this treatment.